Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
You know what? I just got done with work. I got the kayak all loaded up. I'm at a lake that I haven't been at all year, and I'm ready to go catch some bass. Super overcast, not too windy. I'm thinking the bass should be munching. Who knows? To be honest, I'd really like to put the chatterbait and the spinnerbait to work today, but if that doesn't work, I'm up for whatever. I just want to catch some fish. So rather than sit here and yap at you, let's get right on the water. Let's go crank on some bass. Let's go. I'm always disappointed when it gets too cold to where I can't just walk in the water. Honestly, I've only been to this lake twice in my life. Both times I've been here, I caught nice ones though. Like I said, if at all possible, I'd like to put a spinnerbait and a chatterbait to use. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get started with the spinnerbait. The water's not clean, but it's not super dirty either. But there's tons of cloud cover, so we have really low light conditions. I think the chartreuse color will be good. You know, these shorter fishing trips, I'm always extra thankful for my pedal drive because it allows me to cover so much more water. Spinnerbait and chatterbait, in my experience, are both great fall fishing lures. They're actually also great for spring. Really, you can catch fish all season long on both a spinnerbait and a chatterbait. In my experience, I like throwing a spinnerbait more when I start seeing a lot of bait fish in the area. Just adding that flash makes it look a little bit more like a ball of bait. But when I'm fishing around heavier vegetation, I tend to opt for the chatterbait. I also like a bluegill colored chatterbait and a black and blue colored chatterbait, whereas those are not really big time colors that I'm confident in for spinnerbaits. Spinnerbait, I love ya, but it's time to try the chatterbait, your long lost cousin. I'm also using a chartreuse chatterbait just to keep this battle even. I want to be able to fish them both and see if one outperforms the other. I gotta think that the chatterbait puts off more vibration. It's hard telling. I mean, a spinnerbait obviously has a lot of vibration as well. The other thing I like about the chatterbait is it's compact and I can just rip it right free of grass. I just love the feeling of a chatterbait vibrating. There's a fish. Decent one, decent one. I think I might have ticked that lily pad stem a little bit, and this little chunk came and smacked it. I just love the way a chatterbait just vibrates right at the end of that rod tip. Just a little chunk. Man, he's got some sharp teeth on him. Maybe I should give myself bass thumb, you know, catch one fish and I'll get bass thumb just because I'm gonna rub his sharp teeth. Not a bad start, not a bad start. All right, the chatterbait, oh, little buddy was confused. The chatterbait only took maybe like 12 to 15 casts, whereas I gave the spinnerbait a solid 50, 60 casts and I didn't get squat on it. All right, spinnerbait, do your thing. Let's go. We've got work to do. This fall's been weird. Every fishing trip that I get out, I catch fish scattered. I haven't found any like good grouped up bass. The one thing that I have been certainly noticing is the fact that there is kind of like this green algae type substance on the top, and I wonder if this lake actually flipped over. It doesn't smell funky, and usually when a lake turns over, it starts stinking. Let's switch back to the chatterbait. Okay, it can turn around at any point. There's a fish. Oh man. Oh man, he bit so weird. I gotta be careful here. Oh my gosh. He's dogging me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Ethan. Do not, oh, I'm asking to lose this fish. Holy smokes. Kaboom! Dude, it's a freaking tank right here. Look at this thing. Look at this Michigan stud. Also a nice fish right there. Hey, you see what I did there? Oh my gosh, just a total meathead. You know what? I'm stoked. Chatterbait, baby, chatterbait. I don't know if the spinnerbait would have caught that fish. The chatterbait caught that fish. First and foremost, I definitely should have lost that fish because I'm an idiot and I didn't grab my net in time. It's totally out of the way and I'm stupid. I need to come up with a better solution. But thankfully, I caught him. Is this hook bent? No, it's not bent. We're good. Whew. That fired me up, baby. Let's go. I just made the net much more accessible, so I feel better. Thank you, Lord, for that fish. I feel very happy. That was the weirdest chatterbait bite. He just kind of absorbed it. Like, I didn't feel a bite. It just, all of a sudden, there was a little bit of pressure, and so I just kind of leaned into it. Best bass I've caught in a while. That thing had freaking shoulders. I tell you what, I like this chartreuse chatterbait. This is just the chatterbait original, you know, the cheapest one they have. I fished it a handful of times, never caught anything, and then there was just one trip last year where I caught a few and it just gave me confidence. And now I tell you what, I definitely have confidence after that freaking Toadzilla. All right, spinnerbait, I don't know why I'm giving you another chance, but I'm gonna. There's a fish. I was tinkering with my reel because it's making a funny sound, and this guy kind of swiped at it, got the trailer hook. That's definitely the smallest fish of the day. That's a little bit more of a typical Ethan fish right there. But hey, spinnerbait's on the board, man. I don't know what's going on with my reel. I don't think there's anything wrong with the reel. I think it's either something weird about my line, or I think there might just be a little grain of sand in there. I don't want to torch a reel because there's a little sand in there, so I'm just gonna keep listening to it. Okay, I might have casted it out, whatever it was. It's just been sprinkling this whole time. Well, Mother Nature just wants to freeze me out, but I tell you what, I ain't having it. I'm after them big juicies, and I don't care. No way, what the heck? I didn't even feel this fish. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, I thought a spinnerbait tends to catch a little bit larger fish, but here we are. The Dinkmaster strikes again. How does this, what is going on? Tell me how. Tell me how. That spinnerbait is the size of this fish. Why did he eat this? All right, so far I gotta give the chatterbait the upper hand with regards to quality, but to be fair, they have both caught the same amount of fish at this point. So there's an argument to be had that the spinnerbait's doing just as well. We got donks, we got dinks. Come on over, let's have a drink. Grab a spinnerbait, a chatter too. Meet me at the lake, let's catch a few. Chatterwagon's coming out. Okay, so you might be wondering, Ethan, what trailer are you using on your chatterwagon? I'm actually using a Zoom Swim & Fluke Junior. Pretty small, but matches up quite well on this thing. Evidently it works because Fatty Mama decided to eat up. Now here's the big key, I will say. Both of the fish I caught on the chatterbait, I was not reeling this super fast. This reel is like a 7/6 to 1, so if I'm not careful, I start burning this thing a little too fast. I'd probably be better off with just like a 6/3 to 1, but I don't have it on one, so I'm gonna keep throwing it on this and just try to have some discipline. Slow rolling a chatterbait. That's fish. It felt like grass. I gotta catch up with him. He's not that big, but it's a fish, baby. All right, chatterbait's got 3 fish. Spinnerbait's got 2 fish, and chatterbait's definitely got the better quality, but this is the first dink that we've caught on it. All right, chatterbait number 3. We've caught medium-sized bass. We've caught donkey mamas. We've got dinky winkies. We've caught them all. You know, one other thing I wanted to mention, I know a lot of you like my ultralight and really light line / finesse fishing videos, and I know I haven't been doing that a lot here recently, but I just wanted to let you know, don't worry, I'm gonna do more of that in the future. I've just been kind of on a, you know, bait caster kick. I've just been buying new gear and stuff like that, so I've kind of felt like playing with it. I promise you this, I'll get back to BFS, I'll get back to ultralight. Just gotta give me some time, be a little patient. I'll probably do some trout fishing this fall and winter, so stay tuned for that as well. Oh, yeah, now I smell it. I can smell that algae. The lake definitely flipped over recently. When a lake turns over, it's kind of got a distinct, pungent smell. No wonder the fishing's kind of slow. Gotta keep moving. I don't want to fish stinky areas. I've got the magic in me. Every time I fish, I always catch a dink. Quick little update. I tell you what, I'm having an absolute blast out here, but I'm only gonna fish one more major stretch of bank, and then I'm probably gonna head home. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and ride or die with the chatterbait for a while, and fingers crossed we can find another one of those big old juicy mamas. No matter what, man, it's been a good day out here, and I'm excited. All right, Ethan, friendly reminder, slow down. Don't reel this too fast. You wanna make sure they have a chance to eat it. You know, when the water's super clear, I like to... Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. Chill out, buddy. You know what? Pull him in. It's a nice fish. What I was about to say is when the water's clear, I'll reel it a little faster, give them no chance to look at it. But this water's pretty dingy and there's low light conditions. So I want to make sure I'm, you know, giving them a chance to see it, catch up with it. That's a nice fish. That's our second biggest fish of the day. Nowhere near as big as that one jumbo, but a nice fish nonetheless. I think what I've learned today is that the bank that has the wind blowing at it directly, as well as the bank that the wind is coming from, are the ones that are unproductive because they've got the most amount of that kind of algae buildup. Whereas the banks along the sides of the lake that are having a little bit more of a wind to kind of push down them, those are the areas that we've caught the majority of fish. Makes total sense when I start to think about it, so that's a pretty good learning for the day. Okay, slow it down. That's fish. Oh my gosh, what do we got here? It's a dink. Dink alert. Dink alert. Wee woo, dink alert. See, bud, when I slow it down, I get bites. You know what stinks? It's the time of year where when you're fishing, your fingers get really freaking cold. I don't like that. There's no such thing as a good fishing glove. I've never found one that is. But honestly, that's besides the point. The good news is this. Not only did I catch fish on the chatterbait, I also caught fish on the spinnerbait. Caught fish on both the lures I was hoping to catch fish on today. Which one performed better? I think we can all agree the chatterbait was definitely the better bait for today. The reason that I think the chatterbait probably outperformed the spinnerbait is because there's grass in here and it kind of comes off those pad stems a little bit better than the spinnerbait. And additionally, I think it really just has a lot more vibration to it than a spinnerbait does. And so I think it displaces a little bit more water. And because the water's pretty dingy and we're obviously in a low light situation, I think just that a little bit more vibration was key. I'll leave all the relevant gear linked in the description below so you can check that out. Okay, I'm gonna go home. I don't know what's in the fridge, but I'm gonna eat something. I'm super hungry. We'll catch you next time.